Hey Sagittarius, let's talk about love. I am going to do the same reading that I've been doing where I pull an energy card for singles, an energy card for those who are dating, and an energy card for those who are in committed relationships. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Sagittarius. Show us clearly what energies will they be navigating as it relates to romantic love in the coming days and weeks. The rest of March and early April. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. After I pull these energies, I'm going to do an overall theme. Then we're going to do clarifiers on each energy that's laid out. And then we're going to do an overall PS. So for those of you who are single, we have memories of love. For those of you who are dating, we have the waiting game. And for those of you who are coupled up, we have love begins. Wow. Okay, so overall theme. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Sagittarius. Please show us clearly what is the overall theme for our Sagittarius friends as it relates to love. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is the overall theme. Movement. I see that. You wouldn't think so with this card showing up, the waiting game, right? Sometimes movement is something within us. So, but it is the 28. It's about the divine feminine, the creative energy within you. That doesn't mean male or female. It means the feminine energy. It's coupled with the number 8, which for me is very much about success. And then you add them together and it's 10. It's like an ending and a beginning all at the same time. And these cards kind of talk about that, the ending and beginning all at the same time. And it looks like it's leaving behind things that no longer serve us, right? For me, the red is like those old ideas about what it takes to make us safe or feel secure and things like that. So let's see, 28. You're in a time of positive forward motion. This is a time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't a time for fear. Let it go and move forward. Okay. So let's get the clarifiers here. This is a new deck I'm using. It is called The Dreamer's Journal by Barbara Moore. And God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for the energies on the table. Please clarify for us why we're looking at these energies. Memories of love for those who are single. The waiting game for those who are dating. Show us clearly why are we looking at love begins for committed couples. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is it that we're looking at. Why are we looking at these particular energies? Okay. So if you're single, memories of love is being clarified with the Wheel of Fortune and with the 7 of Swords. Okay. The waiting game for those who are dating is being clarified with the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. Wow. And the Love Begins card, right, is being clarified with Death and the Magician. Okay. Ready, guys? This Memories of Love, it's the same as the Six of Cups in the traditional tarot, but in this particular depiction, you see these little cups with like tea light candles in them floating in the water, and you see the little ripples, right? So I feel like part of you is looking back at yourself and possibly in relationships, seeing how each relationship has changed you. I feel like this is a time of evaluation in some way or another from your experiences. And I also feel like this is actually exactly what you're supposed to be doing at this time in your life, because Spirit does want to move you forward. Spirit is ready for you to move forward in a way that is going to bring you your heart's desires. So what I noticed when I was looking at this is the Seven of Swords, right? This is a Six of Cups, but there's only 4 that are seen, right? 2 are not in the picture somewhere. Here is the Seven of Swords, and there's 2 swords being left behind somewhere. And I feel like there are 2 aspects of yourself that you've lost along the way in all of these relationships. And I feel like this is Spirit saying, God, it's time to come back to yourself. That those things that you left behind, right? Those parts of yourself that you left behind, perhaps it had, because this card a lot of times is associated with our past lives or our younger years. So I think part of that is like believing in magic and believing in the beauty of life. Wow. But yes, so Spirit's saying, take what you've learned and move forward. And they're not asking you to go back and get truths that aren't yours, but the 2 that are missing here and the 2 that are missing here, I feel like those 2 together represent certain aspects of yourself that you've lost, and Spirit's wanting you to find that again. It's pretty powerful, but they want you to move forward. And I feel like a lot of it does have to do with innocence. It's like you've been broken. Okay. I'm going to leave it there for right now. You have the 2 of Cups for those who are dating. Sorry, guys. Whew. Those of you who are dating, you feel like you're not making any movement, right? It's like you feel like you're not making any positive movement forward. Even though that's the overall theme, but Spirit is saying you have a desire, right? There's something that you really, really want, and it could be a particular person or something like that. But there's a decision that you need to make. And the reason that you're not moving into this yet is because you haven't made the decision. So it's not like you're waiting on somebody else. I feel like something is waiting on you to make a decision, maybe about what it is that you really want. This is about the Seven of Pentacles. It's about being patient, right? It's about understanding that those things that we plant, even fear and doubt, have a way of growing up out of the ground. So whenever we plant fear and doubt in our heart, fear and doubt come out. But whenever we plant knowing that we're going to be fulfilled, knowing that we're going to have fulfillment in our life, and allowing Spirit to guide us, and then we make a decision to move in the direction that Spirit's leading us, then we grow out of the ground what it is that we have planted or wished for. This is the wish fulfillment card. So your if you feel like you're going around in circles, it's because you're not making a decision about something in particular, because Spirit is ready to move you forward. That's pretty evident right there. So, but you have to decide. You have to make the decision that you want that. This love begins card, clearly, I was very clearly shown for some of you, this is about having a baby. And with this death card, it's kind of it's like before, it's like it's kind of like the the butterfly, right? It goes into this dark space. Consider that your womb, and then it's born out, but it dies to what it used to be. So it dies to being an egg and a sperm, right? And it becomes a whole person and comes out. But there's definitely some new transition taking place into some new kind of life. I really think for some of you it is about having a baby, and it's something that you have been wanting for a very, very long time. For others of you, it's about some kind of joint, something that you and your partner wanted to work on together, and you're feeling the birth of it. And the love begins is it's a fulfilling for both of you, but you're both dying to old ways of doing things, and old ways of believing about how things are supposed to work, right? And again, you're creating this. This is something that you have put together, and you're definitely having forward movement, not only with the project, but finding out new things about each other. It's like there's this excitement of newness. There's this excitement of transformation within the relationship itself with whatever this new thing is that you guys have going on. Really cool reading. Whew. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Sagittarius. Show us clearly what is the PS as it relates to this reading. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly what is the PS. Starting out with justice, okay? So this is bringing balance, right? It's some people call it the karma card. It's about bringing this balance into your life, finding yourself again, right? You've been cattywampus because you haven't been true to who you are. I feel like because somebody else has been trying to define you. And then right here, it's like this decision is going to have to be made for you to get that balance back in your life and for you to feel like you're moving forward again. There is definitely a decision you have to make. And right here, what you've already put into practice, whatever you're doing, whether you're fixing to birth a baby, a literal baby, or whether you're birthing a new project or something as a couple, it's like there's this whole new balance. There's the wobbles gone. It's like we're moving forward, right? I mean, there's just a really cool feeling in there. Look, there's that death card again. This is transformation. You know, death is whenever we die to an old way of thinking. I mean, in some cases it can be a literal death. I don't feel that in this reading at all. But it's when we die to an old way of thinking and we rebirth ourselves. We transform into something totally different. And this old way of thinking, with you especially, and I don't mean the old way like the way you used to think when you believed in magic and all the beauty in the world. I'm talking about the old way that you allowed yourself to start thinking after whatever was going on has been happening. Spirit's ready for you to find yourself again. This part of life is over with, and they want you to take what you've learned from it and come on forward with them. Huge transformation going on. And in all three cases, guys, I see victory. Number two, if you're dating and you have a decision to make, I feel like once you make the decision, you're going to find victory in that forward movement. You're going to find victory in whatever it is that you've been wishing for and whatever it is that you planted, that seed of intention for what kind of relationship you want to bring into your life. I see victory there. Guys, this is probably the shortest love reading that I've done, but it's very, very powerful. And you know what? Thank you guys so much for all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments, ringing my bell, all that stuff. Y'all rock my world. Go out and have a super duper day. Bye.